Hey, what's up? This is Dave from PVD Horror, and you are checking out episode 9 of the PVD Horror Podcast. In this episode, we're joined by our friend Angel of That Strange Show podcast as we discuss the latest horror news, touch on films such as Ghoulies, Santa's Sleigh, Toilet Gator, and Lords of Salem, and also chat about my obsession with Mumblecore and Josh's Thanksgiving pies. Enjoy the show.
What's going on? This is Brandon.
Hey, this is Dave.
This is Joshua.
This is Angel.
And you are now tuned into PVD Horror.
And you are now tuned into PVD Horror.
Hey there, boils and ghouls. This is David Howard Thornton, Art the Clown himself from Terrifier and the upcoming Terrifier 2, and you're listening to PVD Horror. Kill ya later.
So we got a guest here today. Coming straight out of, Mass. I forget. I knew and then I forgot what part of Mass you're from.
I'm from parts unknown, dude.
Yeah.
Parts unknown.
No, so you come from the Strange Show. We got Angel with us today. What's up, Angel?
What up?
I'm still trying to think of what part of Mass you're in, and I'm like, it's totally blanking. It's Western.
Yeah,
Springfield.
Western Mass.
Yeah. I knew that.
Bangfield.
Well, thanks for joining us today, Angel.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
you guys are awesome, by the way. So.
You're awesome, Angel.
That, man.
You don't have to lie.
No, I'm not lying.
Well, he just met you, so he doesn't know yet. So
There's a reason I can't use my real name on Instagram.
I could put the beard to the voice now.
There you go. Well, when we met up at that convention, you was like, "Yo, was that shady third dude you guys got?"
Come on, man.
Dude,
nah.
Angel, you have no idea. I send these guys. We're in a group text for the podcast. I send these guys texts all the time, like of me singing. Fucking what would my porno name be if I was an adult film star? You name it, dude.
All right, and they leave you on scene, or
all the time they just
no reply from me.
it's just
Yeah.
You get a text from this dude, it's like one of them annoying chicks. You just look at it, you just put it down. Like,
That's real friendship. That's real friendship.
You know what? They make fun of me, but I got to tell you, if you watch, go to our Instagram and go all the way to the beginning, right? And they busted my balls about all the films that I would post. And you go to now, and now they're like, "Hey, dude, did you see Bigfoot versus the zombies?"
Dude, do not get a big head, Josh. Just because we have after 3 years, we've come around and we're like, all right, you know what? I'll give some of these movies a try because you get some feedback once in a while. It doesn't mean anything, all right?
That doesn't mean anything.
Nothing.
We're running out of good material,
Yeah. Once HBO Max comes out and we're watching all these big names, Josh, you're in the dust, bro.
Oh.
We're stuck home. We can't go to the theaters every day like we used to.
No.
We're watching The Dribbler or whatever it is, or whatever.
Now we gotta settle straight to the garbage can.
Gutter balls.
Yeah, Tubi.
Right.
Sponsor these guys, Tubi.
Yeah.
Tubi. Heavy.
You now listen to horror news.
Aye. All right, so
What is that?
all right, so first up for the horror news for this week. Today, news just broke that Warner Brothers Pictures announced today that all their 2021 projects will debut exclusively on HBO Max. So that's big news for horror fans because, Josh, I know you're going to be happy for this. Godzilla versus King Kong, Mortal Kombat, The Conjuring 3, and even The Matrix 4. So all those films are going to debut on HBO Max, and then they're going to also go to the theaters the same day for theaters that are open during the pandemic and everything like that. So I guess they just didn't want to take any chances on losing money like we talked about a couple weeks ago,
That's pretty sweet, dude.
That's one of the big films you was looking forward to, huh? Because you like that whole series with the King Kong and the Godzilla. So
Yeah, dude, I forget who I was talking to just recently about movie theaters being closed, and I don't really care. I don't care because I like all the shitty movies that no one else likes, so they're all straight to video anyway. You know what I mean? And the only one I did want to see this year was Godzilla versus Kong. I've been looking forward to that, man. As soon as Godzilla came out with the newest one, like a couple years ago, the American Godzilla, I was super excited.
Yeah.
So super awesome,
fucking guy.
dude! I'm super excited. I really I was pissed that didn't come out this year. That was one of the films I was really looking forward to seeing. So I'm kind of pissed that fuck Corona ruined my Godzilla.
Oh, there's a hot take, man. You're upset with Corona? It's a hot take right there.
They stole my Kong versus Godzilla, bitches.
Next, so also some good horror news. Dave, I'm sure you're gonna love this. Clive Barker regains U.S. rights to Hellraisers after this big legal battle that he had. So now, looking at that, he really never had control of that film ever since, like after the first few films, like all these other reboots and everything were being made, like without his say so. Now he has control starting next year, in December, and so he's able to sit there and bless whoever wants to step up and like create any content for that series.
Nice.
So I know. Yeah, so I think that we're not going to see any more trash Hellraiser films. So that's a good thing. And also, and I think that's what they're going to be doing also. And also, while we're on the HBO Max kick, HBO Max is going to have a Hellraiser series. And he was like, he gives his blessing for the HBO to do that. So I think we're going to get something good out of the series. Like we've talked about the last few shows about how movies have been going towards this TV series and stuff like that. What do you think about that, Angel?
I'm excited for that. When I did hear about the Clive Barker, because I think he's joining on as a producer to some extent. I think I heard David Gordon Green's going to be directing some of the episodes. So, and I think my Doherty's writing.
Yep.
From Trick or Treat.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the book's crazy. So I'm hoping they do it some justice.
Did they already do a Hellraiser show at one point in time, or no? Has that ever been made? Like an old one? I don't know why. Like I kind of feel like maybe I just made that up in my head right now. But like I can totally picture that being like a weekly thing where it's like some like, some bad dude doing something, and all of a sudden Hellraiser comes out each week, and Cenobites all come out. I think that will be. I could picture that translating to a TV show more than I can picture like a lot of the other ones we've been talking about recently. So
yeah,
that could be cool.
That's definitely more anthology.
Yeah.
Like
Andrew, if you could pick any film that you loved growing up watching, what would you turn into a TV show series?
TV series.
Yeah, that you think that could be done well.
I think a trilogy of terror can be done, like pretty good with that, with the doll and all that stuff, going through each story and teaching some kind of high moral ground and some punishment and justice for,
Yeah,
I think that one would.
Now, I wouldn't be mad if they made like Tales from the Hood into like a little series or some shit like that,
Yeah,
but
that'd be best, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
with what was that dude's name? Dumas. What was the guy's name in the Tales from the Hood? The new one they came out with. Did you guys see that?
No.
Yeah, I've seen part 2, but
the guy's name was like Dumas something. It was something ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of part 2.
No?
Part 2?
It was rough. It was rough.
Yeah.
Was it like sci-fi-ish or what?
It was kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
Just cheese dick?
That's all it was. So,
Dick Shark.
Oh, nothing beats Dick Shark.
Hey, I just want to go back to something I had said earlier. The guy's name in Tales from the Hood 2 was Dumas Beach.
Oh, dumbass bitch.
Yeah.
Clever.
Dumas Beach.
I can see why that movie was awesome now.
Absolutely.
So that wraps up horror news for this week.
All right,
Now
moving
let's
on.
take it
We
in.
got All right, Brandon, you're up for streaming Sunday, dude.
Streaming Sundays, back at it again. My choice this week was the 2012 horror comedy Bloody Bible Camp. You can find that film on Tubi. Josh, shut up. Don't even say anything. Don't even say a fucking word right now. Because I'm going to hear, you like one of my films again? So Josh had brought this film up to us, last year?
I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to disagree with that. I sent it to the group, and then Josh was like, "Oh, you saw that?" And I didn't know we watched it. So it's not a Josh movie. We discovered it on our own, Brandon.
Fuck you, then, Josh.
I'm getting my credit.
Josh, you're out.
I'm gonna take this back then.
We're taking over so bad it's good too.
Fucking, but it's 2012 horror comedy. It was produced by like Reggie Bannister from Phantasm. He also stars in it. It was a really cheesy, like 70s, 80s type horror comedy. It was a good twist at the end. Like, I don't want to sit there and give too much away, but like, he has some like cheesy gore. If you're looking for a film that's just you just want to throw on and just chill, smoke, whatever, like try this film out. Because it definitely sets the mood for certain times. And I wonder what Josh was doing when he watched this film.
I was rapping.
Eating pie.
He was rapping. Eating pie.
Rap scene, dude. You remember that? Oh, dude, I was around it. I tried to sing it, but I can't remember the lyrics.
Nah, I'm glad you forgot them. I want to hear them. But it definitely was a cheesy film. But like I said, we're getting to the bottom of the barrel of films, and we're starting to put Josh's
the worst
films
of the worst.
So it's like something to watch. You want to watch something? Check it out.
So you're saying it pairs well with some alcohol, some marijuana, Brandon? So you're saying?
Definitely.
It doesn't pair well with a sober mind.
No, not at all.
Got it.
I'm gonna watch it again and break out the pie.
I'm liking this dude's wig.
Have you seen it, Angel?
Outside the window. I just fast forwarded about half hour, and this guy's smoking a cigarette outside of a window. Some chick's tits are hanging out. It's on the list.
Okay, all right. I think Felissa Rose is in it, right?
And Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, Ron Jeremy, Josh's boy.
Allegations.
Yeah, so if you're looking for some cheese, that's extra cheesy right there for you. So check it out.
It looks like you said, throwback to the 80s slasher.
Yeah.
Feel.
Yep.
All
right. So that brings us to the next one, which is another one you can find on Tubi or Amazon Prime. It is called Mom, aka Mothers of Monsters. It's a 2020 indie film. And, it's basically about a mom who suspects her son is a psychopath and has started to document everything that's going on in the house, as well as like giving her little updates about how things are going, as she kind of like suspects he's starting to unravel. He ends up finding the footage and mayhem breaks out from there. Well, sort of mayhem, not really super mayhem, but anyways, the dude that, a little bit of mayhem, the dude that plays her son, his name's Bailey. He does I think he does a really, really good job. Like he comes off like he could be a psychopath or he could be like a nice dude or kind of a prick. I don't know. It could be anything. So I think he does a pretty good job of like selling his role. And it's overall like what I appreciated the most about this was kind of like the premise because I'm sure if a mom started to suspect her son is a little off, especially in this day and time, that would probably be a really uneasy feeling. And I'm sure that this kind of captured some of that element of fear that they would have towards their son, especially if they're a single mom and their son's like 7 feet tall, like this kid is. That's probably pretty intimidating. So, I don't know if you're kind of interested in that stuff. I think this is one to check out. I'm interested to see kind of like what else they'll come up with as they make films. And I don't know. I know, Josh, you saw anybody else? Angel, you said you saw this too?
Yeah, I peeped it.
Yeah.
I dug it. I dug the found footage style, for like off the computer type deal, found file thing.
Yeah.
Approach to it. But yeah, like you said, the dude was the most engaging part of the movie when he was on. There's a couple like, throwaway stuff where it was trying to lead you a certain way, where I was like, oh, it's the fucking, the mom.
Yeah.
Is the one that's gonna end up being, the crazy, but
Yeah.
the whole premise of like, talk to your kids and all that shit, was,
I was able to watch it last night. It was a dope film. And so like we talked about before, Dave, like a lot of these films, like for our job field, it kind of opens that window to some other people from the outside that really don't see like the things that go on like with these films, like in real life. We're able to see it on a daily basis. And so sometimes we're working with the families and with some of these cases, like some of the moms, like the mom that was in this film. We're usually dealing with moms like that, and they're kind of like always iffy and always thinking like, oh, is my child like this? So what's wrong? Like I said, definitely touched on a lot of things that we work with. So
have you guys ran into like something to this effect, like ever?
Not to the point where it gets like this crazy, but I think that for the fact that like when she starts to suspect that things are going wrong, and it gets to that point, where things start to kind of get bad. But like like we work in group homes, I work in a psych hospital, so we've seen some pretty bad things over the years. So
Brandon, there was one kid, I'll mention it after, but his mom kind of was like under the same train of thought as what this mom was, where she was like, if he stays in my house, he's going to end up killing us. It wasn't to the extent where like she thought he was going to like shoot it, like go on like a shooting spree or something like that. But it was like, he's doing a lot of like unsafe stuff in the house. And she was like suspected that if he stayed there, he was going to do something that would have eventually really hurt them. So like, this is kind of like obviously a more extreme version of that, but like totally, kind of related to, I like the way they portrayed her as like less like guilty about it. She was like genuinely scared, as opposed to like, oh, he's my son, he wouldn't do anything. Because I thought that was more realistic.
Yeah, I did because she was actually afraid. So
yeah,
as you should be. The kids are fucking psycho.
Yeah, this was a good pick, Dave.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, you know what? After I watched this film, I was like checking on my kids. I was scared they were going to try to kill me in the middle of the night.
Monster out on you, bro?
Yeah,
monster out.
Give me my fucking PlayStation.
yeah.
Sign this paper.
Yeah. I was like, it's all about
you can have it back.
About the PS5,
Wait a minute,
dude.
Yeah.
Angel, you know my kids? Because that sounds just like them.
No, I don't know your kids, but that's
Angel's not even gonna play along with that, John. He's like, no.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Never mind. We'll edit that part out.
That was funny, Angel. You just brought up that PS5 thing. You got the PS5. That dude was losing it.
Yeah, he was.
All right, so that wraps up. Go ahead. Yeah.
One thing. Debate. Was that a real rat?
Oh, I know.
That was one thing I was like, and then I was like, maybe they'll do a disclaimer at the end. No, but I didn't see that.
I'm not sure, but the reptiles that was inside the water, I think those were real.
I think so too.
All right, then. Well, that wraps up Streaming Sunday. So, Josh.
Oh, that brings me to my segment.
So bad.
Was that good? See, I went like generic with that. That was okay, right?
It was so bad.
It was
good.
so bad. It was good. Yeah.
I was gonna sing a little bit, but it ain't gonna happen. So the first movie, what do we got on this list? Bigfoot versus zombies. So I watched this. Where was this streaming? I don't even remember where it's streaming. I think it's on a couple of platforms. It was it Tubi?
I got it on Tubi. Yeah.
Those motherfuckers need to pay us. We watch everything on Tubi.
You need to pay Angel for the time you just wasted on his.
I'm sorry.
Let's just say the 30-second little arrow thing got used a bunch of times.
Yeah.
The 30-second arrow. Yeah, this one was it was out there, man. The zombies in the what were they? It was like they were doing experiments, but they were locked up in the woods, and then fucking they were on Bigfoot's land, and Bigfoot starts fighting them, and the scientists were all fucked up. Like the special effects were pretty terrible. Obviously, the guy in the suit was obviously terrible. They kind of made Bigfoot look like a bitch.
Why, Angel, say it, please.
You can see his fucking skin, dude.
I hate that.
I was like, all right, this is what we're doing.
Wait, Josh, what year was this film? Is this a 2020 film?
This is 20. Let me look it up. I got it on my 2016. 2016, right?
Yeah,
15 or 16.
No excuse for that at this age.
Well,
I think they meant to be like this, though.
Absolutely.
To be honest, to be like, at face value, I feel like this movie is intended to be like this shitty for it.
Yeah.
Like,
Mark Poliana, I think his name is. He makes tons of these films, literally like 2-cent budgets.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you saw the Bigfoot. They obviously went and like got a secondhand Bigfoot costume. Didn't even fit the actor, and they're like, "Here, wear this." The zombies. They had some extra like green powder, and they just threw it at them. You're a zombie. Go act like a zombie. Who else is it? The guy who played Sloth is in like every one of his films, like every single one. So it's pretty cool. Like you could tell he puts a lot of heart and soul into his movies. But they're not good, and he knows they're not good. Like he knows that he got a 10-cent budget. You know what I mean?
And that's what I mean. Like that's what I can appreciate that. Like if that's your lane that you're doing it, and that's what you're gonna do, then you gotta put it out. I mean, it's high. It's the production on it is high quality. It's just I just feel like it's on its face. It's on the nose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, man. And the guy, Mark Polina, the writer-director, he's actually got like a huge following.
Mm-hmm.
And people love his shit. Like every movie that comes out, he's got people that just like Beelzebub, and like you put out a film like Dick Shark, and everybody goes crazy. You know what I mean? Well, it takes a niche audience. He's got a niche audience. Let's put it that way.
I'm looking through his list here on Tubi. Obviously, sponsor PVD Horror. Yeah, it kills Camp Blood 7. Is there actually 7 of them, or
I think so.
There's 8 of them. Camp Blood 8 came out this year.
Wow, so he's I mean the poster arts for these are pretty awesome.
So that was
I dug it. There's plenty to eat here.
You remember lines, man. I didn't get that far.
I'm like, he's talking. That's awesome.
That's the thing about Angel on the Screen Show. He just spits those lines out. When you listen to the episode, he's just hitting you with all the comments from the film. So I usually enjoy that. So definitely, Josh, you need to tune into the Strange Show.
Well, we got a bunch of episodes for that ass. So go.
Oh, you guys watch Bigfoot versus Zombies, right?
No,
never.
No.
Not even gonna pretend.
Maybe I'll watch it tonight.
So next was Toilet Gator, and Toilet Gator was just badass. I think you can find that on YouTube. It's an older film. It's got Conrad Brooks in it. Conrad Brooks, I remember. I used to meet him when I used to go to Monster Bash. He's a cool guy. him and David the Rock Nelson used to go back and forth, so it was pretty cool. But this it's heavily narrated in the beginning, and then it's just a toilet, like literally a toy alligator that they had come, and he like it's in the toilet, and then you see it just fly at the person, and they're like and they're on the ground yelling and screaming. It's awesome. It's so awesome. It gives you in-depth characterization through narration of each character in this apartment building, and then it goes through all of them getting killed, and even got like a little love romance with the maintenance guy and some girl in an apartment, and he's like, my daddy died from an alligator. I'm gonna get him. And then they fight the toy alligator. Then the last half of the film is the alligator like all over the place. Like it's in the car, it's in the plane, it's in the garbage can. It was just over the top, man. It was over the top. It was so bad. So bad you can't look away from it. That's how bad it was. So
hold on, wait a minute. Breaking news. HBO Max just did a deal. They're gonna sit there and premiere Toilet Gator versus House Shark.
Two of my favorite films. Dude,
when I was sitting there putting that template together for the Toilet Gator, all I could think about was that shark from House Shark when he was like he was out of the toilet and he like fucking ate that girl when she was taking a shit. I was like, what is this shit? Yeah, we'll get a GoFundMe and then start that movie up. Get those two franchises to like meet up like Freddy versus Jason.
I would love to have a toy alligator come out, rip people apart from my toilet, or the shark with the laser gun. I take it none of you guys saw this.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, but I looked it up on IMDb, and the cover looks like a Ghoulies ripoff. So,
absolutely. It's surprising. Like how I watched it on YouTube, and it had like a lot of views, like a couple thousand, and I'm like, I find it hard to believe that somebody other than myself would take the time to watch such a fine film as Toilet Gator. That's all I got, guys. No one else watched my movies, so fuck you guys.
All right.
I watched a little bit. Jeez.
Angel, you're my new hero. You're coming on every episode for the So Bad It's Good. No one else watches my shit, man.
All right. So that brings us to
follower pick of the week.
All right. So each week we do our little questionnaire to ask a specific follower question. Everybody chimes in with their votes on who they think the best film of whatever category it is. And this week we have two picks here. So the first one was best horror film soundtrack. So votes came in, and our majority winner for this week was the Suspiria soundtrack, which I think is a pretty great pick. I do love that theme song. Definitely gives me some chills when I hear it. What do you guys think about that pick?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Allow it.
I think that's the thing with the horror soundtracks. Like, you can't go wrong. I think there's so many ones that you can pick from. So it's like whatever you pick, I can't hate on whatever's picked.
Yeah, you know what?
So many good ones.
This pick actually surprised me, just that people thought of it, because when I think of like horror themes, this wasn't the one that like stuck out to me right away. Like, it's not the first one that comes to my mind. I always say Christine. That theme song is pretty awesome. Anything John Carpenter, obviously. Yeah. But I mean, this was a really good pick. This is a great theme song. Goblin does that soundtrack. So everything Goblin right there is great. So
yeah, Goblin did some dope shit, man. They did some really good stuff.
Yeah, for sure. All right. And then our next one was because it was Thanksgiving. So we did what is the best Thanksgiving horror film, and we had a majority winner on this one of Thanksgilling. Gobble gobble, bitch.
It's like the only one anybody thinks of.
Yeah.
You sounded a little bit mad. I'm a little bit mad there.
I was.
Thanksgiving 3.
There's more than that.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll open that up to you guys. I know that we did a post that day, and we Brandon, Josh, and myself picked our favorite Thanksgiving one. So I'd done Blood Rage. Josh was Poultrygeist. Brandon, you had which one?
Well, you have Home Sweet Home.
No, I suggested that one. It was what was it? Home Sweet Home, and what's the other one that I always say? Oh, Blood Freak. Brandon had picked Blood Freak.
Yeah, because
I like Blood Freak.
Yeah, Blood
That
Freak.
should have been my pick.
No, actually, Angel, not many people mention Home Sweet Home. I like that one a lot. It's like just a senseless. Yeah, the dude makes no sense. He's just mad. He's like driving in the city mad, like blah, blah, blah. And
Hey,
he shows up in this. I love it. It's like he's just all steroided out. There's no explanation behind his character. They don't even pretend to.
Just fuck you.
That's
his motivation.
I do love that film.
So
Hey, Angel, do you have a favorite one?
I do like Blood Rage.
Cool.
Yeah, that's
nice.
we covered that. And have you guys watched Thanksgiving 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like.
Wait, is Josh saying he hasn't seen it?
No, I never saw that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you seen the
Don't
first
hate-
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I don't think I've seen it all the way through. I've seen like half, and then later on, I catch another piece of it, and then like it's one of those movies that I put on all the time, and then I never actually sit down to watch it.
Yeah, from Thanksgiving to Thanksgiving 3, they got some money, so
Yeah.
the production value went up a little bit, but zany.
Yes. Yeah, that sums it up. Some other ones for Thanksgiving, that Pilgrim one that Hulu did. I kind of enjoyed that one.
That was good.
Yeah, I would say it's worth watching. What is that called? The In the Dark.
Hulu. Hulu.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the dark. Yeah.
So that one, they did another one the year before, which I didn't really care for that much. It was like a girl and her dad's like a killer or something.
Not bad.
Yeah.
No, that's what's his name? Kevin James.
I think it was called In the Flesh, if I remember correctly. I would skip over that one and just go to Pilgrim.
Hulu's hit or miss on those.
Yeah, unfortunately, because I like the premise. I thought because I do like holiday themed horror films, so I was like, oh, cool, they're gonna do a new holiday one each time, and yeah, some of them are definitely worth skipping over.
That was my throwdown last week too. I put the turkey against the guy from Blood Rage. What the hell is his name? Terry. Yeah, dude. The turkey won hands down. Everybody voted for the freaking turkey.
Come on.
In the end, we all won.
I was so mad. I wanted Terry to win, and I was mad that he didn't. So I put some hate on the turkey, and I shouldn't have. I'm sorry, turkey.
It's all in the hair, dude.
But how was it with Thanksgiving? How was your Thanksgiving, guys?
Quiet.
It was quiet.
Definitely different.
We chopped it up in the kitchen, but
yeah.
I made a turkey. Regular basic shit.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it was pretty quiet for myself as well. But
that's because no one could get together, right? We were all on quarantine.
Well, you could.
Yeah.
You do have the freedom of free choice.
No.
Free choice.
No free choice. No.
So, Josh, I want to know what kind of pie did you roll with that day?
Oh, well, my wife made this really weird pie. It was like this cream cheese with what are those pistachios, or not pistachios, the other nuts that go in the pie, with some nice whipped cream on top. That was that one. Then I had some apple pie. We had some pumpkin pie. So it was Thanksgiving, man. So I went all out. I tell you, Miranda is like the best wife ever. She made this spread for like 20 people, and I ate like enough for 10 of those people. It was awesome. Leftovers for days.
Shout out Josh's wife.
Yeah. It takes a lot to deal with me on a regular basis, guys. I don't know if you're aware.
No, where?
You and your pies.
Josh, we know.
All right. So that brings us to our next segment.
Books of the week.
Boom.
I love it.
Killed it.
Yeah. So usually Josh does this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't post any books this week. I actually forgot to put it up.
Josh,
so.
you don't have to explain, dude. Just let Angel do his thing, man.
Angel, it's all you, brother.
He's trying he's trying to not lose his job, Angel. That's what's going on here.
Yeah, you know.
This is just a guest spot. This isn't going to be permanent whatsoever.
Nice job, kid. Yeah, so books, I'm gonna give my buddy Austin German a shout out. He's got Dead Diaries here. It's like anthology based short stories. Here we had him on our show recently. We went over some of the stories, but awesome horror stuff. There's some cannibal stuff, some like stuff written and like in the from the side of like the bugs and stuff like that. But yeah, cool stuff. Some murder stuff in here, so it's a little bit for everybody. But yeah, you can find them on the Germinator on Instagram, or look them up on Amazon. Austin. This other book that he has is Perennial Harvest. It's kind of like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, kind of sci-fi horror-esque.
Sweet.
With some terraforming type deals, and that's as much as I'll say about that. But yeah, I just didn't. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it.
Nice.
But yeah, if you want to look it up, it's on Amazon.
That's cool, man. Thanks a lot. I'll be looking those up for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking over Books of the Week, man.
No problem. No problem.
I just want you to know this is a one-time thing, Angel.
Yeah, Angel, we'll see you back here next week for your weekly roll on Books of the Week.
Yeah. You got it. Hey guys, this is Josh.
You gotta sing it. You gotta be like, "Hey guys, this is Josh."
We'll do Jenny from the Block one. That's your job.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, don't make me start singing it. Man. I can't even. Oh man, fuck it.
All right, Josh, you have anything you want to say about books? Because I mean, Angel just killed that. So actually, you know what? Let's not, Josh. Don't taint it. Angel did a great job there.
Ouch.
All right. So I'm going to move on to
Bears and Scares.
So let's see. Where do I start off? All right. I'm going to go back to 2 weeks ago when I was a little younger, a little more naive, and I hadn't seen The Lords of Salem. So, you know,
you got to do that. You got to put that noise in.
Yeah. So I watched The Lords of Salem. I drank a beer by True North called Season of the Witch. I felt like that kind of went well because, Brandon, I don't know if you remember this beer. I know you know the movie, but we had this while we were in Salem a couple of years ago. Yep. It was like the Salem Horror Fest sponsored beer. So it kind of reminded me of that trip in Salem, which we always enjoyed until Corona killed it. Yeah, super good beer. It's IPA, hazy, cloudy, delicious. Lords of Salem. Yeah, I don't know. I know, Brandon, I think you like Lords of Salem. I'm not going to say I like it. I don't know. It's
No.
I like the imagery. I think there was some cool like visuals. I could have liked the story, but it tried to be like artsy, but I don't think Rob Zombie is like that kind of artsy. Yeah. Angel's putting up his pinky there. So I feel like he was trying to do like an art house film, but Rob Zombie is more like dirty, like music video grindy stuff. Like, so I just don't feel like it fit him, and it showed in the movie. If he would have just stuck to some of the stuff we saw in like House of a Thousand Corpses, where it was more like grungy, like visual stuff, I feel like it probably would have fit better for his style. But yeah, it was a little, I don't know, it was a little all over the place. I don't feel like it landed well for me. I was getting a lot of like people commenting too when I put that up, and they were like saying how they're not fans of the film. I'm not going to say I hated it. I'm just going to say I'm just going to leave it at like I just didn't care for it too much. But I did think it had some really cool visuals. So like any imagery you see of it, like any movie stills, you're probably seeing some pretty cool visuals from it.
For sure. They should have just did the last half of that movie, and that was it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the last half was like the best half. It's the only half.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people in Salem, they kind of love that film because, you know, when he's actually filmed some of that film in Salem. So I know like the Fire Engine Pizza place over there, that was like a big place that the crew would go and eat. So when we go down to Salem, we go to Fire Engine Pizza, and then you like see the pictures on the wall. And the house is like a few blocks down on like the main strip where everything's happening in Salem. So, you know, I think that's what it kind of like stands for, that some people kind of love the experience and just like being saying like, hey, it's a film location, you know? Like I said, you don't like Rob Zombie, make your own fucking film. Hey. But I don't know. That film just wasn't it for me.
Yeah. Seriously?
You're throwing out all the lines, dude. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I was like, tell him, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Tell him why you mad.
Yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't bash Rob Zombie about the film. I think it was a valiant effort. I just feel like he might have been trying to reach outside of like what he's good at. So it just for me it didn't land. But
yeah, you gotta try stuff. Yeah, you gotta try something different sometimes, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise, then everybody's complaining. He's a one-trick pony.
Sure. Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. If he would have done something that would have looked exactly like I was saying with House of Thousand Corpses, it probably would have been people saying that. No, for sure.
Can't make everybody happy.
All right. But I do have a film that can make everybody happy. And that film is my next one, and it's Ghoulies.
Oh yeah.
Those little guys light up my life. I was like, all right, so that was the first time watch for me. Yeah. So I was like, I've been
seriously.
Yeah, I know. I deserve that one. I have wanted to see this. I've wanted to see this since I was a kid because I always have seen the VHS box cover, and I've always been like, oh, that looks so cool, and I just never got around to watching it. And it's been on my list forever now as an adult. So I finally was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch Ghoulies. I drank this beer called Springhouse Tropical Swirlies, and on there it's a little goblin guy. That's a brewery out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It's like a fruity IPA. It's a pretty decent beer. Ghoulies was bonkers. It's like the wizardry is a wizard. What? And then these little goblin guys come out, and they're freaking adorable. I wanted to make them pets. Dude, they're awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna watch the sequels now because I'm hooked.
Fuck yeah.
What do you guys think about Ghoulies?
Amazing.
Josh, you seen Ghoulies?
What do you?
Yeah, I saw Ghoulies when I was a kid. I watched Ghoulies a bunch of times with my brother. I don't remember much of it anymore. I remember watching it at the time with my brother being like, this is the coolest movie, dude. And now you're talking about it, and I'm trying to remember, and I can't remember a lot of stuff. But there was a lot of drugs in between, 10 years old and 40. So
yeah, I hear you. So
yeah, I know.
Definitely a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, cool, man.
Okay.
Moving
on. So yeah, those are my my beers and scares. Thanks, guys.
Good job, Dave.
Nice.
Slept on Saturday. Yay.
Cool, man.
No good.
I love
it's fine.
I didn't sing that one.
John, if we don't applaud, I feel like you question it.
That's all right.
That was fucking awesome.
Dave's gonna make you sound like T-Pain. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I should do some Roberta Flack. Slept on Saturday. How's that?
What song were you going for? I don't know.
That's Roberta Flack, Killing Me Softly.
That sounded nothing like Killing Me Softly. Are you kidding? All right.
Dude, that's exactly what it sounded like.
All right, moving on.
Slept on Saturday. Come on, man. You know what? Fuck it. So my pick was Slept on Saturday.
Fuck you, I'm going home.
Horror Express was my pick. This is an old school film. I can't remember the first time I saw this film, but I love it. It's one of those. It's actually got a really good cast in it. I got some drag racing going on. So fucked me up. I forgot what I was talking about. Horror Express. So it got who was in that? I don't even fucking remember. Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, and Tully Savalas were in it. I love Tully Savalas. I think he's a great actor. I think he's underrated. Never mind the cast in this movie. And this movie was great, dude. They bring this frozen caveman on a train, and he thaws out a little bit, and he starts, like, people start dying like crazy. Their eyes go all white and shit. The first time I saw it was in black and white. Then I saw it in color, so it was really cool to see the black and white version and the color version. I think it loses something in the color a little bit, but really it's so badass that the story's awesome, so it doesn't. Then come to find out it's actually an alien who jumps from host to host, and he got red eyes, and he just sucks the brains out of people without actually sucking brains. It's pretty badass film. Definitely slept on, highly overlooked. One of my all-time favorite films. The cast is amazing. That sense of being trapped because they can't stop the train was just badass. The story was awesome. The kills were good. Like, it was solid all the way through. So, you guys see it?
Saw little pieces of it. I checked it out for today. So I wanted to see what the hell you're talking about.
You're a good guy, Angel.
And
better than the rest.
Me and Brandon didn't even bother.
And yeah, Christopher Lee to me doesn't miss. So it's definitely on the list to actually take a look. And there was one scene that I fast forwarded to, and the guy was like, "What is that, gold?" And he's like, "Gold. This is a fucking," like, he gave him the British fucking like scientist, go fuck yourself, fucking. And I was like,
"Oh yeah."
I like that.
It was pretty cool to see both the Hamner guys together in the film. They had this really cool thing where they were like, the monster inhabits everybody, and they were like, well, how do we know it's not one of you two? And they're like, we're British, we're not monsters. And it was just like so matter of factly, they're like, we're not monsters, we're British. Like, it was awesome. It was a great movie. It was really good. I would highly recommend it for everything. It's just got everything. Even the Mad Monk kind of set the tone and made the film that much better. So it's a great film.
It's got Kojak in it.
All right, so my slept on pick for this week was a 2005 film, Santa's Sleigh, starring WCW/WWE Bill Goldberg. So this film's actually about, like, Bill Goldberg. He's a demon who lost a bet with an angel, so he became the giver of toys and happiness. And then the bet was off, and he just went back to his crazy ways and started doing, like, some cheesy kills. You know, to me, it seemed like one of those Hallmark Christmas movies with, like, a horror twist to it.
Oh, really? Yeah. I don't think anyone's ever said that before. That's a wonderful take.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's like I'm sitting there and I'm, like, having to watch, like, these Hallmark Christmas movies. My aunt likes to watch them, and my girlfriend's, her mom, she likes to enjoy them. And I'm like, this movie looks just like one of those fucking movies, but, like, Goldberg just fucking sparing people, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, we talked about that last week when we were thinking about like films that we thought Joe Bob should choose for his Christmas special. but that's not streaming on Shudder. It's on Tubi. So if you're a big Christmas horror fan and like cheesy movies, this is the movie to watch. Josh, I know you were a big fan of this film.
Yeah, man, I love the story.
Yeah.
They really went all out in depth in the storyline on this, and I'm a sucker for a good story. I don't think it bogged down the movie. I think it really helped the movie because Bill Goldberg can't act for shit. And like you said, it was like very Hallmarky kind of thing. Like, hey, I'm gonna stab everybody and give them suplexes. Like, come on, man, what the fuck? But the story really saved it. So I liked it just because they went really in depth with the story, but it didn't kill it. It made it better by far. And the kills were okay. Like, obviously, it was fucking hokey. So I expected that. So it was what it was. But definitely one of my yearly faves.
Yeah, the kids enjoyed it. I watched it with the kids, and so definitely one of the films that they enjoyed watching.
It's got Fran Drescher in it, in an amazing opening scene.
Yeah.
I'll just say the dinner scene.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that opening scene right there. That's awesome.
Yeah, the dog gets fucking. He gets a nice pet. So you said Hallmark, so he pets a dog.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just a nice pet. He was a homeless dog they brought in.
Yeah, he brought it.
Warmed everyone's hearts.
Yeah.
Angel, did you like it? You're on the spot, dude.
Sure.
And just so you know, Bill Goldberg's listening to this, so go ahead.
Yeah.
Better watch out.
Yeah, for what it is, I enjoyed it. I wasn't going into it like, oh, I can't wait to get moved by this Hallmark Santa sleigh movie.
All right, so moving on to our last slept on Saturday. That's me, and I had picked the 2007 film Triggerman. I kind of suspect this one might be one that most of you haven't heard of. If you have, let me know. But it's a Ty West film, and it used to be streaming on Netflix. I don't know if it's available anywhere right now. So I had seen it a while ago. Josh, this is one of my Mumblecore movies. So
that's why I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I know. I ruined it for you with the last one with Lace Crater. But
did it have Bukkake in this film?
No, Josh, shut your mouth. So yeah, it's basically like a toned down version of. It's like a version of what do you call it? That's that Ice-T movie where like they're hunting a man,
Dangerous Game.
Yeah. It's like a version of that. So it's these three. I think it's three dudes. They go on like a hunting trip, and all of a sudden somebody starts hunting them. And the thing is, it's like kind of like scary because you don't know who it is, and like they're just getting shot at. And I don't know. I thought it had pretty good tension. Of course, it's Mumblecore, so great dialogue, character building, all the stuff I love. So no, I definitely I think this is one people should check out, and it's one I never hear people talk about, which is surprising because Ty West was pretty popular at one period of time. So you would think that people would have kind of like dug into the back catalog and started to talk about other films. So I don't know. Anybody seen this?
Nope.
No, not yet.
All right. Well, you're welcome.
Trigger.
Nobody's seen it because it's Mumblecore, Dave.
Mumblecore. Every time you say that, I think of like Young Thug, Little Pump, and all those dudes.
Angel, you got to watch the one that was on the last podcast. What the hell was it, Dave?
Lace Crater.
Lace Crater. That's it. I watched it.
That's the Bukkake one, right?
Yeah. It's like, Dave, I'm never watching one of your films again.
It was a Hallmark film, really.
Yeah.
I was icing.
And you make fun of Dick Shark. Get out of here, man.
Gosh, you're so vulgar, bro.
Seriously?
You're on too many drugs from 10 years old to 40.
10 years old. What was you doing at 10 years old, Josh? I want to know.
I was just smoking at 10.
Yeah, oregano.
Nah, man, I had some dealers across the street. I used to go over there. They just give me shit because they thought it was funny that I'd be all fucked up. And then I would steal the nips out of the closet.
Don't do
You didn't
drugs,
do that
kids.
when you were a kid. You
You're
steal
up.
the bottle, you pour some, you start swigging it, and then you put it back with water and shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't say I did that.
Definite.
That's why I was
Kill the
homeless by
listener.
13. Stealing all the shit.
The shit.
Oh,
Knee deep in the
you got
shit.
kicked. You got kicked.
Josh was knee deep in the shit. Oh.
All right. So that was a Ty West movie then, huh?
Yeah. Yep. Not a very popular film, clearly. But
Sugar Man.
I need my own category of movies that are like Josh has like his so bad it's good ones that nobody likes, and I have my random mumblecore movies that nobody likes.
Do that.
I know.
You should do the
Maybe you should start a Mumblecore weekly thing.
All right. I'm on. It's on.
Mumblecore.
There's like 5 horror movies that are mumblecore, but I'll do them and then I'll be done.
Space them out.
Yep. one a year.
Mm-hmm.
I've already exceeded my my once a year. So shit. All right, everybody. So we're just about to wrap up, but before we do, I wanted to let Angel do a little shout out and tell us what he's got going on.
Yeah, shout out to you guys for having me on. Awesome. But you can catch me and Ryan and Mandy on our show called That Strange Show, where we talk about movies. Not a lot of Ty West movies, but but yeah, you can catch us over there on That Strange Show all over all the streaming platforms. But this was fun.
Thanks, man. Thanks for coming on. Hey, wait, you're trying to tell me you guys didn't do a whole episode based on the Innkeepers?
No, we didn't.
Cabin Fever 2?
No, I don't think we've ever done any cabins except for Cabin in the Woods.
House of the Devil, though.
Actually, Ty West. Hold on, my fault. Let me retract that. The Sacrament. We did that one.
Yeah,
I love that film.
That
Great
movie
film.
was great.
Yep. See, fuck you, Josh.
Wait. Is that mumble rap?
I don't know. I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. So, it is because it's got a guy named Joe Swanberg in it, who's like the king of mumblecore movies, and he does like all the drama versions of them, and he dabbles in horror. So, yeah, that's a pretty big mumblecore movie.
Oh, and then we've done VHS. You know what? I take it back. We fucks with Ty West.
But, yeah.
So you fuck with the mumble.
I guess
you fuck with the mumble.
Hey, Angel, stay tuned, man. I got one more each year coming out. So,
all right, cool.
2021, you'll get your new recommendation.
Yeah, Dave's Mumblecorner.
That's it. Actually, it's Mumblecorner.
Yeah, but excuse me. What'd you say?
It's like a movie.
It doesn't like real
All right, we're gonna get going and wrap this up. I know. All right, guys. So everybody, thanks for listening. Glad you guys made it through, and stay tuned. We got some big episodes coming up in the next couple weeks. I'm not going to leak anything, but we got some more interviews coming out. Shout out to David Howard Thornton, who just had his birthday this past weekend, and yeah.
He liked that I sang to
him. Yeah, we're sorry for that story that Josh put up on Instagram of him singing "Happy Birthday."
No, I thought that was great, man. What are you talking about?
You like that?
Hell yeah.
All right.
I wish he said.
Guess what you get for your birthday, Angel?
Dick Shark.
I'm gonna give you a box set of all the Mumblecore.
A signed copy.
Little mushroom stamp. Bam.
All right, everybody, signing out. This is Dave.
This is Brandon.
This is Joshua.
This is Angel.
Good night.
Some pie, dude. Fucking.
Yeah.
Some pie.
Fucking.
Pistachio pie.
What do you? No, he said not pistachio, some other nut.
Yeah, I forget
what nut, my guy. Yeah, you put a little whipped cream on the top. It's over. Babe, what kind of nut? Some nut.
What kind of nut was that, baby?
Angel, you banned. You banned from the show.
No. You never. No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying you never finished your story. Yeah, I'm like, just moved on. Then you're like apple pies as far as the eyes can see.
You put my face cloth in that pie. Last night, my sock.